Hi friends, so today I'm filming another process video for you. This is me making a pocket letter to send out to a pen pal. So as you can see, I already have the paper in the slots. I put them in a certain way and then I kind of change it as I go. So at the end you'll see they're a little bit different than they were at the beginning, and that's just because as I add stuff to it, I just decided to change the layout. So I'm moving pretty quickly through it. As you can see, I'm putting a lemon piece of paper on the top of this one, and I kind of tore it a little bit because I like the way that that looks. And this one is going to match the one at the top, so I'm going to have it on the bottom row. And I'm just looking through the different tickets that I have and layering some of those up. So I have these yellow ones that I'm cutting in half, and then I also use this pink one, and then I layer this turquoise piece behind it. So you'll see that I do that on a lot of pocket letters and just projects in general, because I think it adds a good bit of layering without taking up too much space. So right there is where it ends up going, and I'm using hot glue for it. And then I look through some stickers and I'm trying to find the perfect one that will match, and I end up going with this tag. I use the scissors to punch a little hole out of the top, and then it comes back mysteriously. So I'm doing it one more time and it works. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for this first little card. I think I add a couple phrase stickers to it. But yeah, and I'm getting so much use out of these phrase stickers. Wish I would have bought like 300 of them when they had them at Tuesday Morning. And then I'm also using these flowers that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I use these kind of like enamel dots. So at the end, whenever I finish the pocket letter, I go back through and I add little flowers and bits to each individual card. So for this one, I knew that I wanted to use the house, but I didn't know exactly how, because if I just put that on there by itself, it wasn't going to be filled up all the way. And then if I put that on there, it was going to take up a lot of space at the same time. I know that doesn't really make sense, but I had to find something else to put on the card. So what I ended up doing was layering up a scallop punch behind it, and then I went through these little wood veneer pieces that I got from Solange, and just trying to find one that will look good on there. And I like the heart. And then I decide I don't have a phrase sticker that says what I want it to, so after I hot glue this on, you'll see I actually just end up writing on it. So I just use a calligraphy pen and I write, "Home is where the heart is." And I like the way it looks. I think it gives it more of a homemade type of feel. But yeah, if I had phrase stickers, it would be nice. But I feel like a lot of the times you get so caught up in phrase stickers and chipboard and like all this stuff that you forget that you can actually write on things. So I think it looks kind of cool. It gives it a special kind of look. So now I'm working on a separate card, and I know that I want to use this frame on there. So I like the way that the frame looks on there. I'm just trying to find some pieces to layer up on top of it. And I find this really cute die cut, and I like that the blue on the bottom of the die cut matches the frame, and it also matches some of the other colors that I have going on in the pocket letter. So I add that on there and I staple it. And then I'm just kind of going through my stickers, phrase stickers, all kinds of stuff to audition different pieces. I like the way that this one looks, so I put those on there, and now you can see I'm trying a rosette, but pretty much everything that I try covers up some part of the card, and I really like the card and I didn't want it to be covered up. So you'll see in the end, I don't add any stickers, even though I try multiple different ones. Yeah, and it's so hard sometimes working with such small cards because, you know, obviously there's going to be parts that get covered up, but I just kind of have to work through it anyways. So you can see here I tore off some of the double-sided tape and then decided to put some washi tape behind it, and I do some pink one, a little bit of the pink one, and then I add the gold one on top. And I like the way that that looks. So yeah, and then that's all I do for that card. And then for this one, it's a beautiful floral pattern. It's one of my favorite papers. But I just add a doily to the side of it, and so just adding that to the side of it and then trimming it off. And then I'm kind of going through my stickers and different pieces to figure out what I want to do next. And I really like this one that says she always stops to smell the roses, so that goes on there. And then I'm trimming off the sides of that one because it was just a little bit too big. And I know I want to add something else on the bottom, and I end up going with a little pink button, and I think it's cute and kind of works with the rest of the pink going on. And then underneath it I just punch a little heart out of a piece of gold paper that I have, and that goes underneath it. And I like the way that it ties in with the gold washi tape and the gold scallop punch that I used before. So that's what goes on this card. And then at the very top I just add a cute little gold heart sticker, and you'll see me do that in just a moment. Yep, so there it is. And then adding, I think, one more. Yeah, so I add this little gold leaf sticker that I think is cute. It just kind of goes underneath it. So yeah, and that's it for this card. So moving on to the next one, using this blue paper, and I'm also just kind of looking through my scraps to see what's going to look good on this one. And the back side of the yellow is a little pink paper, so I'm tearing down the side of it, and then I'm going to glue that onto the side, kind of like I did with the first paper that I did with the lemons. So yeah, that's where that one goes, and I think it's really cute. And then it also kind of, because I feel like this pattern is so busy and it's really eye-catching, and whenever I added the pink I felt like it kind of muted it down just a little bit, and then it also made more stuff match with it. So I was able to use this ticket, and then looking through my trims, and I really like how the lace looks on top of it, so I go for that one. And then don't end up using the first one, I end up using a different one because they look so different. Yeah, that goes on there. And then I'm also kind of looking through some different tickets that I can use, and I like the one that says photo booth, and I think that it kind of ties in with the colors, so that goes on there. Then this is a handmade ticket embellishment that I made, and if you guys are curious, you can watch Craft Purge's video on this. It's really cute, and I'll link that in the description below. Yeah, and then behind it I'm adding even more tickets. You can tell, quite fond of the tickets. But yeah, and then I like that all the colors kind of match in this. Add this wood veneer too, forgot about that. And yep, that's it. So moving on to my next card, which is this blue one. I'm kind of looking through some more scraps to see what I can add, and I want to use this is actually a different shade of pink, so I'm cutting a little bit of that off, and I'm gonna kind of make like a little page flag at the top, and then to tie in the busy blue pattern I'm also going to use some of that as well. I just kind of trimmed it down to make it a little bit thinner than the pink one so that they would look good together. And yeah, I layer those up, and then I use a chipboard piece from the Flourish collection, and it's the little bird. I don't know what kind of bird it is, but it's a little bird from another paper that I'm about to use, so I like that it matches that. Then of course adding some more phrase stickers. It says the littlest things are often the biggest things, and I think that's cute. And then I punch a couple of hearts out of my gold glitter washi tape, and I put that on top of the flags. And that's it for this one. I kept it pretty simple. And now this is the bird paper that I'm using, and I used a tag die that I had, so I cut that out of pink paper, and then I know that I'm going to put that on top of it. So now I'm trying to find a sticker that will look good. Go for this one, but it's not all the way centered, so I end up pulling it off and then putting it back on. And yeah, now I'm kind of trying to figure out what else I want to go on this piece of paper, because a tag, even though it's kind of big, there's still a little bit of space left over. So I lost some footage there, but that's all I ended up doing, was just adding washi tape. And now I'm showing you the ones that you missed, and going through all of the cards before I start loading them into the pocket. And these are what they look like. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I think that they all look really cohesive when they're in the actual pocket letter. So now you can see I'm just kind of moving them around and trying to figure out where I want each one. So once they're in the pages, I thought that they needed one more thing. So you can see this is where I kind of go through and add some little blue pearls, kind of like enamel dots. But I just add those on all of the cards. And I like the way that the blue kind of ties in. Yeah, I usually don't work with a lot of blue colors, but surprised myself on this project. So after I finish adding the enamel dots, I'm just going in and adding some little flowers, and I get these from Hobby Lobby in a pack of about 25, and usually I get them for 50% off, so they're $2, which isn't too bad because I go through them pretty quickly, and some of them are sparkly, and I love anything with sparkles. So yeah, just go through and add those. They all match pretty well with this project. Pink and yellow are the colors that I used, and this is the final product. So I'm really happy with how this turned out, and it reminds me of my pen pal, so I think that she'll like it as well. And I'm also going to walk you through what I added into the actual pockets. So in the pockets, I decided to go with different elements that she can use to make her own pocket letter. So I'm just showing you now that I used different papers on the back side so that she could take those out and make her own. And the first thing that I'm adding are these fussy cut butterflies and beetles, and then these fussy cut houses. And that's one thing that I really like about the Flourish collection, is that there's so many different papers that you can cut from and make your own embellishments. So this is also some tags that I put in there. I have a die for those, so just cut out a couple different sizes and put those in there. Now I'm sharing some tickets that I have and a couple of stickers, so she can use these to embellish her pocket letter as well. And they're really pretty ones. There's a flower, a quote, and then one that says smile. So those are going in there, having a little bit of a struggle getting them in, but they fit. So showing you what I have so far, and then I decided to put all of these punches into like a separate bag, just so that way they wouldn't fall out, because I didn't want to have to fuse anything together. So I just put them in the bag and then kind of folded the bag so that it would fit into the pocket. Yeah, I used all kinds of different papers from the Flourish collection for those. And then these are some little bottle cap embellishments that I made. And yeah, so that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you guys how I package pocket letters in the upcoming video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day.